Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing y'all what it would be like if Ben Simmons was good at the game of basketball. Because as we all know, as a 6'10" point guard, he's a complete and utter waste of height. However, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what it would be like if he was actually good. So as we know, he is 6'10", so I made a crazy 6'10" ISO build that would perfectly show how he would play if he was actually skilled. So on this build, I have a 93 driving dunk, so I get every single contact dunk in the game. Can shoot with an 82 three-pointer, which we all know Ben Simmons is not capable of, even if he had a wide open shot, which we all know Ben Simmons is not capable of, even if it's a wide open layup.
Give and go. Simmons, it's an air ball.
An 81 ball handle, which is surprisingly one of the only accurate things on this build, since it's one of the few things he can do. And some absolutely stellar defense, so hopefully he won't slack off Kawhi Leonard the next time a game is on the line.
Defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
If you don't already know, I am a huge Sixers fan and therefore an avid Ben Simmons hater. But today I'm going to be putting that all aside, and for one time and one time only, I'm going to be cheering him on and in his corner. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm on the road to 10K subs and you could help me get there. Also, if you want to see any other NBA player builds, comment your favorite NBA player in the comments right now. I'll be sure to check all of them out. But without further ado, let's hop right into some gameplay on this Ben Simmons build. And then right after that, I'll show you guys how to make it real quick in case you want to make this for yourself. All right, so we're hopping right into the ones court right now. As y'all know, Ben Simmons is a decent defender. You know, he's been all NBA first defensive team or whatever. He's been an all-star before. You know, one of the best things he can do is playmaking. You know, he gets some assists, whatever. He's horrible. But this build can really do it all. So I'm excited to see, you know, the defense on this build, the offense, you know, shooting especially, as well as some, like, finishing. Because if he just has some, like, IQ on the court, I feel like he just doesn't think. I feel like he's just on autopilot whenever he's playing. So if he has some IQ, I feel like he could honestly just elevate his game completely. But ever since he left Joel, like, on an island with Kawhi Leonard in that game-winning shot in the playoffs that put us out of the playoffs, I have never looked at Ben Simmons the same. Every single time I look at him, I have never once thought that this man should still be in the NBA, that he is a decent player. Like, he's just, I can't even look at it. I really can't. But hopefully the defense on this build picks up for that, and hopefully it might change my mindset on Ben Simmons. So we already got to stop, and we're laying it up. Let's go. We're already making up for that, like, wide open layup pass up. Like, we're already making up for it. Let's see if we get a three-pointer, though. That's the one thing I'm super excited for on this build. But let's see. Shot. Green. Oh, my gosh. Nah. There's no way. It's so weird. It's so weird seeing Ben Simmons shoot the ball and actually, like, it go through the hoop. It's just an odd sight to see. Another one? Another one. Yo. Nah. If Ben Simmons could do this in real life, it would be over. He would be like two times the skill of LeBron James. At 6'10", he would be the greatest point guard to ever grace the history of the NBA. We can't make someone want to do something, unfortunately. Hey, oh my gosh. Like, this is what I'm saying. If Ben Simmons was a skilled basketball player, he would be the greatest of all time. He would not be guardable. He could guard anyone on the court. Look at that. You can't stop that. He doesn't want to play. He gave up. It's Ben Simmons being good at the game of basketball would be the greatest player ever. You heard it here first. You're seeing it now. Green! Ben Simmons, if he was good, would change the entire course of the NBA. Oh my gosh. Being able to have IQ with wide open takes at the rim and the actual want and enjoyment to play the game would change Ben Simmons' entire career. All right, so I'm not going to waste too much of y'all time because I know this isn't like an actual build video. It was more to just show what Ben Simmons could actually do if, you know, like if he actually tried to be good. You know what I mean? But basically, I just wanted to show you guys real quick how to make this build in case you did want to make it. You want to set the position at power forward. That's basically Ben Simmons' like secondary position. It's the weirdest thing. He's like point guard slash power forward. It's so odd. But you don't really have to make this build if you want to like play like Ben Simmons. It's just a great build in general. I love playing on this build, but I thought that actually it was kind of similar to Ben Simmons, especially because he is 6'10" as a guard type of build. And although this says power forward, it plays just like a guard in this game. Yeah, you don't have to make this build just because you like Ben Simmons or whatever. This build is a great build regardless, so I definitely recommend it if you want to play like this. So after the power forward position, you could really go with anything. Ben Simmons is left-handed, so I'm just going to put that for right now. But you could go with left-handed, right-handed. It doesn't matter. As well as jersey number, I'm just going to put the first thing that happens there. It really does not matter. It's completely up to you. Now, for the height, as we know already, it is 6'10". That's kind of the whole point about this build. It relates to Ben Simmons. He's 6'10". And honestly, there's not a lot of 6'10" ISO builds in this game, so it's pretty unique. So I definitely want to go 6'10", and then the weight is going to be 223 pounds. I calculated this exactly when I made the build. That way you still get an 82 strength for silver bully badge, which comes in great handy. I'm not gonna lie, I love that badge. And then your wingspan is going to be 7'7". You get all the contact dunks in the game, still a good ball handle, still a good three-pointer, as well as some great defense to go along with it. And just like handedness and jersey number, body shape can really be anything. That's completely up to your preference. Now for the first thing in finishing, and actually the only thing we're gonna do in finishing, is bring up our driving dunk all the way up to a 93. And as you bring that up, it brings up the other attributes as well. So you still get a good driving layup, decent close shot, and a decent standing dunk as well. So you don't have to worry. Once you bring that up, you'll have all the finishing badges you need and everything you need in finishing. And then our three-pointer, we're going to bring that up to an 82. That's one under the max. You don't need an 83, but with 15 shooting badges, you will be perfectly fine. Do not worry about anything about that. And then your free throw, we're just going to bring that up one more. That just happens at the end. But right after that, moving on to playmaking, we're going to max out our speed with ball, as well as max out our ball handle. That way we're as fast as possible and our ball handle is as high as possible, so we get the best sigs. And then our pass accuracy is not going to be too high, but we do get it up to a 73. That way your passes aren't super slow. But that's what I found is the best you can with the rest of the stats, so you get like just basically everything you need on this build. And then moving on to defense, our interior defense is going to be an 80. You get all the stops in the paint, literally everything you need. You definitely want to have some interior defense on this game, so definitely want to upgrade that to an 80. Our perimeter defense is also going to be an 80. Like I said, Ben Simmons is a great defender, and this build is a great defensive build as well. So you definitely want to put those both at an 80, so you can really just guard anybody on the court. And then our steal is going to be a 78. It's not too high, but you actually don't need that high of a steal on this game. As long as you have bronze glove and interceptors, another good badge to have. As long as you have those two, you'll be perfectly fine. Steals are super broken on this game, so with the 78, you'll be just fine. Do not worry. And then our block, super important. You're going to want to upgrade that to a 90. A 90 block is actually insane. That's what I love about this build. You get so much blocks. You get Hall of Fame chase down artists, and you can go up to a 93. However, you got to bring down a lot of attributes in other categories to get a 93 to be able to get gold anchor. But I found that silver anchor does the job perfectly fine, so don't worry about that. 90 is plenty. And then our defensive rebound, we're gonna upgrade this to a 95. You'll be snagging over anybody. You'll literally get every single board. That's all I'm gonna say. And that brings up your offensive rebound. We're not gonna upgrade that too much more. We're just gonna leave that how it is. But that's basically all our defensive attributes. You get 22 defensive badges, so you'll be a demon lockdown on the court. And then our speed, we're gonna max that out to a 78. We're also gonna max out our acceleration. That way we're as fast as possible moving with the ball or without the ball. We'll be perfectly fine. And then our strength, we're gonna max that out as well, so we get the silver bully badge like I was talking about earlier. Our vertical, we're gonna upgrade that to an 82. That way we get all the contact dunks in the game with our 93 driving dunk. And then finally, we're gonna put the rest of the stats on stamina, giving us a 90 stamina. Well, you'll get +4 to all of these physicals anyway once you get gym rat, so you don't got to worry about that low of a stamina. 90 is perfectly fine. And finally, you get choices of 4 takeovers: slashing takeover, sharpshooting takeover, playmaking takeover, and rim takeover. The takeovers that I run almost every single time I play on this build is slashing takeover and rim takeover. But if you want it to be more like Ben Simmons, you can make it, you know, like playmaking takeover. But honestly, if you're just making this build for like a good build, you can go with anything. My favorite in the primary is definitely slashing takeover or spot up, but you know, most of the time I go with slashing takeover. And there we have it, the inside out scorer. It's kind of a generic name. I was kind of hoping when I made this build for a cooler name, but honestly, I'm happy with the 6'10" ISO build that can do everything, so I'm not gonna complain. If you guys do end up making this build, let me know in the comments what you think of it, and let me know if you do enjoy playing on it. I would love to read all the comments. You know, if you do like this build, just all you got to do, let me know in the comments what you think of it and what is your favorite part about it. Anyways though, y'all, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you still haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out way more than you know. Also, I'm going to be doing some giveaways around Christmas time, and the first step to entering those is to be subbed to my channel. So if you do that, you're already off to a great start. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.